Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Essay Writing in English. We are, let me get out of here. Uh, Let me, 1 second here. I'm trying to share something with you. And I want to share this with you. Okay. We are in week 14. We are doing our final review for our final exam. Which is coming up in a couple of weeks. I'll be in touch with you on Kakao about the date and format and all of that stuff. I can tell you now, there will be some questions like our quizzes, and we'll also have to write a paragraph or maybe a short essay. Um, but again, I'll let you know exactly what we're doing with that when it's totally set. For this week, week 14, we're going to be we'll again have 2 videos. One video will be me going through our textbook and pointing out grammar that we've studied this semester, things that you should really focus on because you will find them in the final exam. And in the second video here, this will be my last video giving you personalized feedback for your writing. That you posted. These are samples are from the last couple of weeks. So again, as always, if I chose some of your writing to talk about, you should be happy about that. Feel lucky that you're getting this personal feedback, and all of these samples are actually quite good. There were just a few things in them that I found that would be useful to share with the class, so that we can all learn from them. So I've got a couple of actually paragraphs or partial paragraphs, and I've also got a few sentences. So we'll look at those. We're going to start here with this one. This is a paragraph here about school and memories of the first day of school. I'm going to copy that, paste it down here, and I'll go ahead and indent. We always want to have our indent. This one also was lacking a title. We'll come back to the title after I go through this. For now, let me also change the font because it got messed up when I brought it over. Times New Roman 12. Okay. All right. So I was enrolled in a school at the age of 5. It was a primary school. Okay. Primary is another name for elementary school. And for those of you who aren't familiar, the memories of my first day in school are still fresh in my mind. That day, I would put a comma after that day. That day, I got a new school dress, bag, new book, copy, and a pencil. The teachers are okay. Okay, so this is a narrative paragraph talking about something that happened to the writer in the past. You'll notice here we've got past tense, I was, it was, the memories are. This one you're talking about the memories are still fresh, so that's why we moved to present tense. That's okay. That day, we're back to past. I got a new, right? The teachers, so here we go. The teachers, this needs to be past. So they were, and I will put that in bold. They were very kind and helpful. And my neighbor friend also enrolled in that school. So what I would do here is we've got 2 sentences, both relating to this friend. So my neighbor friend also enrolled in that school. I didn't feel alone because we know each other, and that day we played lots of games. Okay, so and is not the connecting word I would use here, right? This is like a cause and effect. I knew this person, my friend was in school, and because of that, I didn't feel alone. So we need to use so here, okay? So my neighbor friend also enrolled in that school. So I didn't feel alone because we, and again, past tense, right? We knew each other, and That day we played lots of, not one game, but several. Lots of, so we need an S here. Lots of games, and the teacher gave us chocolate. Now that sentence is fine. In the break time, I would say during or at the break time. Here's what I'll do. I'm going to do during break time, because that was a time period. During break time, we shared our lunch. After lunch, there should be a small W, we studied and sang a song. Finally, again, tense, it was time to go home. My friend and I went home together. Okay, I would come up with maybe a better concluding sentence here to really finish this off. And let's go back to the topic sentence too. I was enrolled in a school at the age of 5. I think this sentence here, the memories of my first day in school are still fresh in my mind. To me, that's the real topic sentence here. So why don't we take this out of here for now? Maybe we'll put it back in. We could put this here, giving a little background information, right? The memories of my first day in school are still fresh in my mind. I was enrolled in a primary, how about this? Watch this. In a primary school at the age of 5. Then I can get rid of this sentence because I've already included that. And I'm going to say on my first day here. On my first day, because now we're back to talking about the topic, my first day of school, right? Finally, it was time to go home. My friend and I went home together. Okay, now our concluding sentence should echo this, right? Because we talked about how it was the first day and it was a special day, and then all these things happened, right? And now we want to make like a sandwich here. Like this top sentence here, this topic sentence is the top bun. Then we got our hamburger in here, and then we need a bottom bun to finish it off. And it's going to echo this one. So we could do something like, if it's still fresh in my mind, it means you'll never forget it, right? So I'll never forget my first day of school, or something like that. And now we've got a perfect sentence, a perfect concluding sentence. Yeah, okay, so that reminds me, title. What are we going to do for a title here? Well, it's about school, it's about the first day, it was a great day. Remember, titles should be fairly short. They should not be full sentences. They should not give us too much information, but they have to give us enough information. So how about something like my first day of school? Okay, that could work. Let me change my font. And we will put that in the middle. Okay, so now that one's perfect. Okay, now we have a short sentence here, but I didn't write it well from the start. This was a student talking about his first bicycle. Ride it well. This was, I think I talked in another video about, in Korean you use well, jal, a lot. And you can use it in English too, but we tend to not use it quite so much. So, so what you're talking about here is not being good at something. But you could say, but I wasn't good at it from the start. Or, but this is probably a better one. I wasn't good at it at first. This second sentence, well, these two actually, when you say from the start, that kind of means that I was not good at it when I started, and I'm still not good at it. But I think what he means here is that in the beginning I wasn't good, but then I became better. So in that case, this is what we want. But I wasn't good at it at first, or you could also, but you can also move this at first. But at first I wasn't good at it. Both of those are okay. They want you to put a comma here. But at first I wasn't good at it. Okay. I was interested in insects when I was in elementary school, especially rhinoceros and stag beetles. So, okay. So this one, the first sentence is fine. I think it was indented originally. When I copied it over, it got lost. This one I talked about last time, especially. So a couple ways to fix this. You could say I especially liked rhinoceros beetles and stag beetles, right? That's what you could do. Or another way you could do this, and I'll put this one down below. I was interested in insects when I was in elementary school. If you remember, we did a dash here, especially rhinoceros beetles and stag beetles. You could also do that. That's one option too. Okay. This one was, he wanted a beetle, but they were hard to catch and expensive to buy. So we wouldn't use past progressive here. Instead, we would just say, so I gave up, right? I gave up. I stopped trying. I gave up. When my mom gave me a pair of rhinoceros, that's two, a pair of beetles as a surprise birthday present. I was so happy and asked many times if it was really right. What the student means here is that they couldn't believe it was true. So a better way to say this would be, and asked if it was really true. Maybe ask my mom if it was really true. If she said, "Hey, I got you beetles," and you didn't believe her, and so you kept asking her if it was true. Or, and couldn't believe, another option. Okay, so that's another option. You could have, we'll do it like that. Oops. Okay. I was in, okay, let's go down here then. When I think of my birthday as a child, I always have an upset experience. Okay, so you're talking about when I think of my birthday, and you're talking about how you feel when you think of your birthday. And so what I would say here is I always get upset. Right? When I think of my birthday as a child, I always get upset. So you're thinking back to the past, but talking about how you feel now. My birthday is March 19th, and my older sister's birthday is March 11th. Since my birthday and my older sister's birthday we're with months, we use the preposition in. We're in the same month. I always had, if you had a birthday party together, that means we did, right? We always had a birthday party together. That would be difficult. My son and daughter have the same situation. My son was born April 18th and my daughter April 7th. So my son is older, but his little sister's birthday comes first. And it was hard for him to understand because he said, I'm older. Why is her birthday first? Now he understands, but he still doesn't like it. Okay, we have memories override. This was a good paragraph about, okay, so riding a bicycle. So when I was young, I liked to ride okay, there was a time when bicycles were popular. I asked my mom to buy me a bicycle, so just one, a bicycle. And she bought me one. And I would say, and she bought me one. I asked my mom to buy me a bicycle, and she bought me one. I decided to match my bicycle's color with my friends. I chose my favorite color. My favorite color, red. Whose friends? My friends. My friends' bicycles were, here's what I would do. My friends' bicycles were blue, yellow, and green. My friends' bicycles were blue, yellow, and green. We decided to go to the Han River. Hangang. Gang is river, right? So just Han River. We decided to go to the Han River to celebrate buying a bicycle. It took 7 hours from Suwon to, again, the Han River. Oops. To the Han River. It was hard for 7 hours, but it was fun because I was with my friends. We keep the memories of that time. Okay, so I'm going to change this to, we have a picture from that day. We have a picture from that day as memento, you could say. Memento is a thing that you keep to remember something special that happened, as a memento. Oops, and did I not? Mementos. It's related to memory or remembering. We have a picture from that day as a memento. Now we drive, of course, now we can say drive. Now we drive cars. But if we have a chance later, we want to go on. Bicycle trip is a noun. It's one bicycle trip on a bicycle trip. Later is okay, but it sounds a little more natural to say now we drive cars, but if we have a chance someday, we want to go on a bicycle trip. Okay. This one here, I agree this opinion. I agree. So this student said something previously. I think this was about cars, and he's agreeing. So you always need with, right? I agree with. And the opinion was already there. We already know it's about an opinion. So we don't have to say opinion. It's more natural not to say it. So I agree with this. And this is whatever this sentence before it was. So I think you should be, people under 20 should not be allowed to drive cars. I agree with this. Right? We already know it's an opinion, so we don't have to say the word opinion. So young, instead of too young people lack rational thinking ability. I think we should increase the age of obtaining a driver's license and make it a little more difficult. Okay, because traffic accidents are dangerous. So this is an example of a sentence fragment here. Right? Because traffic accidents are dangerous and can take someone's life. We're missing a verb over here. Right? We have the verb here, but that's not enough. So what to fix this, we just need to combine this sentence with the one before it. So what we're going to do is, yeah. So now we have one long sentence. Let's read it and see if it's okay. I think we should increase the age of obtaining a driver's license and make it a little more difficult because traffic accidents are dangerous and can take someone's life. Okay, now it's fine. That's all we had to do to fix that. Okay, and the last one, this one's about, this was for this week's actually. You can take a lecture anywhere. Okay, one thing here. We take a class, take a course. For lecture, we don't use take with lecture. You can listen to. You can listen to a lecture anywhere. Or you could also use watch, because you're probably watching it on a smartphone these days. You can listen to, or let me move this over here because you don't watch to. you can listen to, what do I do like this? Or you can watch a lecture anywhere, or maybe from anywhere, to be more specific, from anywhere. Because the student was talking about you can take your class from a coffee shop or from home or anywhere. You don't have to be in school on campus to attend a lecture. Attend is another one that goes with lecture. You can listen to a lecture from anywhere, you can watch a lecture from anywhere, you can attend a lecture from anywhere. Okay, that covers our feedback from writing for week 14. This will be the last one of these we do. Again, I'm in the process of getting your final exam ready. It will be a combination of like grammar that we studied this semester and questions about like multiple choice questions and short answer questions, maybe some true and false. So that part of it will be very much like your quizzes that you do. It'll just be longer and it'll be on Canvas as well. And then there'll also be a short paragraph or a short essay to write so I can see your writing skills. And I'll let you know the details probably next week. Again, there's one other video this week that is me going through the textbook, pointing out all of the grammar you need to be ready for. And if you have any questions, please send me a message on Kakao. And yeah, it's been a fun semester. I know it's been a little bit strange and probably hard for many of us in some ways. But it's also, I think, been pretty enjoyable. I feel like I've gotten to know you all almost better than in class sometimes, because people have been more communicative. Since we don't have a chance to see each other, I get more messages from students. So thank you for this semester. It's been fun. And I hope to see you again soon. So take care and stay healthy, and best of luck with your final exams. Bye now.